Okay, I want to do a quick mic check. Want to know if you can hear me, if you can listen to me. Hello, everybody. John, how are you? Okay, we're at the top of the hour, so I think we're gonna get started. I know more people will be joining us. Let's get started here. Okay, guys, welcome to the trading room. I think we're good with the lights. Yeah, we'll keep it that way. Okay, guys, welcome to the trading room. Glad to be with you. My name is Saul. Before we get started, please remember we're gonna be trading live market conditions. So anything I show here is not meant to be a live, a buy or sell signal. I just wanna show you principles of trade management, of risk management, so strategy management, something that you can go apply on your own situation. I will try to show you long-term setups as well as short-term setups. If I go to lower time frames, that doesn't mean that's the way you should do it. You can trade all time frames, trade your strategy. I just want to show you some examples of something that hopefully you can go ahead and then use on your own situation and your own strategy. Okay, so just be responsible for your own trading. Don't follow along. I might take winners, losses. Will be raw trading. So that being said, let's just jump into the charts. And right now you should be able to see the charts. Okay, so this is my Freestyle account. I'll go ahead and show you my dashboard. I haven't traded a lot from last week to this week. I took a couple of trades, and I'm on this trade since 2 days ago. In my Freestyle account, I'm taking mostly long-term setups and long-term opportunities, and I want to show you and walk through your and walk through my thinking and the process, and why did I go short on the pound dollar 2 days ago. So I will start with the daily charts, and then I will go to a lower time frames, and then if I want to go ahead and trade more, I might go to a different account, not the Freestyle account, because I have a few trades left in order to complete the 100 trades. So I might go to a different account to trade it more freely. But on the Freestyle account, I'm being focused on long-term setups. So let me walk through my, okay, let me explain you my process. Okay, I will hide this and I'll tell you what I see. Okay, we saw this run down, and then we have a supply area over there. Okay, if we go to an hourly chart, we can see the supply area. Okay, let me define that better. Okay, there's the supply area. Then I will run it, to the infinite. Okay, to the right side. And as we were approaching that area, okay, if we look at the 4 hourly chart, okay, so what I'm looking was, my setup was a run lower, a pullback to supply area, and then a push lower. Now that push lower might be just a pullback before a continuation higher, or might be a pullback and continuation lower all the way to the lows. Okay, that's something we don't know, but what I did know is the fact that as we are having this pullback here, my very next trade needs to be a short trade. Okay, it's very uncommon. Of course it happens, but usually we don't see after this push down, this strong momentum down, to see a full recovery and start breaking all these key areas without any little pullback. Okay, So my trade was a pullback. Now, what I like about this retracement, okay, towards the supply, is the way the price approaches the supply area. Okay, so one thing is identifying the area, but another important thing is how price is approaching the key area, okay, or the supply area in this case, because there's a very different movement and price action between this kind of movement, okay, where price just, it's an impulse, okay, it's a increasing momentum movement. Those kind of movements, you know, create trends, and this kind of movement, okay, this kind of movement, where it's a compression movement, okay, it's a channel, okay. So in this kind of movement, price does not go up and down to test supply and demand. In this kind of movement, it does, okay. So what that means is, if we go to a 4-hour chart, it's easier to see it, okay, and we can see it clearer, okay. We can see the difference between this movement, or even this movement right here, to this movement right here, okay. So when prices forms this channel, price goes up and down, up and down, up and down. That's a compression or a channel, and tests all, consumes all supply and all demand, okay. So after that, when the channel approaches a key level, it meets strong supply or strong demand, a lot of buyers or a lot of sellers, and it tends to break aggressively to the opposite side. So that's the reasoning. That's the reasoning behind what I like it. Okay, price approaching in a channel towards the supply area that we defined out there. Okay, I hope that's clear. So then, if we continue with the analysis, if we analyze this channel, okay, we can see there's a divergence. Okay, we can see we are forming higher highs. Okay, but each one of these highs has less momentum behind. Okay, has less strength behind. Okay, we can see they are getting closer and closer and closer. That's a divergence setup. Probably if we throw an indicator, let's do this exercise. Let's throw on MACD, for example. We might see the divergence. Okay, so you can see how we're forming here higher highs, but we're forming here, probably from this one right here, less momentum behind. Okay, less strength behind. So that's a divergence setup. So we have a lot of things giving us confirmation that a pullback, okay, or a movement to the opposite side is very likely to happen. Okay, we have the downtrend, okay, or down momentum, retracement in a compression towards a supply zone, and divergence, okay, on the 4-hour chart. So we have the decrease in momentum, okay, towards the supply area. So all those are the setup to tell me go short. Okay, that's what I went. Okay, I took a short position on GBP USD, and let me bring that. Okay, so that's my entry. The entry I was looking for a reversal candle. Okay, so we were following on the dailies. We were following we were forming up bars, okay, bullish bars. So I was following these daily bars with a sell stop order at the bottom of each one of the candles. I believe I started here, and then I moved my sell stop to the bottom part of this candle right here, and I was looking for the bar, for the next bearish bar to trigger me into the sell order. High is just, a little bit above stop loss a little bit above the entry point, just in case there's going to be a next divergence. Okay, there's a chance we'll do a next test and then move lower. So I didn't want to be very, very tight with my stop. Okay, so I left a little bit of room. And so that's kind of step. That's how I got triggered. And then when I analyze this on an hourly chart, we see, okay, the channel we were forming. Okay, we broke the channel already. We tested, okay, we created supply there, so we retested, the channel. Now we're moving down. The only thing I'm not very happy about this setup is the fact that right now we haven't seen continuation to the downside. Okay, there was no, okay, we spoke about all demand being consumed already, so there shouldn't be, okay, it shouldn't be that hard for price if we're really met supply and sellers there. Okay, if sellers are aggressive and are active in that area, we should have seen already a much larger movement to the downside. Okay, and that's the only thing. I mean, this break, okay, right at this point we reacted to what it seems like support here. Okay, we retested that. Okay, so we met supply, and now we should be moving in more an aggressively, okay, sharper way to the downside. That's the only thing I'm kind of, I don't know, not very happy about holding this for longer. So I need to decide what to do with this trade, because, and we spoke about, last time we spoke about the the time risk on a trade. Okay, this trade is taking longer for it to develop in my favor than it should. Okay, by this time it shouldn't be that hard for the sellers to take over this market and push it to the downside. So at this time I have to decide what do I do with it. If I reduce risk by trailing my stop, okay, if I bring my stop loss maybe closer, maybe to that area, just in case we have a retracement, a reaction to the upside, and there's no point on being on a winning trade and letting it turn into a losing trade, or I can just take profits and set up a new trade. Okay, I can take profits and set a new sell stop, for example. Okay, sell stop order, down there to catch the break, the aggressive break and the aggressive movement I'm looking for. So that's what I'm processing and thinking out loud here. So I'll watch price action. I don't like this channel. I think after this retest right here, we should have seen a sharper movement to the downside. I don't like the fact we're moving in a channel here. So I have lost a little bit of confidence, okay, in this setup. So we'll see. I'll watch it closely. I might take profits, and actually, if I compare it to, Kiwi is pushing up. What's Euro is there? I mean, I think there's another pairs already pushing up. They all look similar, and they're already, getting strength against the USD. So if I see this starts to pick momentum to the upside, I might just take profits, and probably I'll even switch positions to the upside. Actually, thinking out loud, I might set where my stop. Okay, I'll think about it. Where my stop loss is, or at the at the top part, I might set a buy stop order. Okay, I will close that one, and I'll set a different order. So I'll watch this closely. I'll see. Let's see how the 5-minute chart. It's just bouncing in that range. Okay, so that's the setup. That's all the thinking behind. My setup taking off the daily charts, confirmation of 4 and 1 hour chart. That's my long-term process, and that's what I do with my long-term accounts. On different accounts, I do I do more scalping and and more short-term setups. John, indices, can you update on the process? Yeah, indices are, I think they're available already, probably since today or tomorrow. In the meantime, in the instant funding programs, we're running some tests there. We want to see there's no problems and that they run as they should. And you will find this 6 most popular and major indexes. So we're excited about that. As we find they're everything's good, we'll add them also to the other programs. Okay, but in the meantime, they're already in the instant funding program. Sorry guys, I'm just I'm just reading here, so it's a lot of multitasking. I'm not the best at it. Any reason for AUD USD going up, same as gold and silver? Not sure about the fundamentals behind it. But I believe, if commodities are up and AUD and Kiwi are commodities, if commodities are going up, New Zealand and Australia are famous for being commodities economies. So as we start hitting inflation and those numbers, we most likely see gold and silver getting stronger, and the commodities currencies such as AUD and Kiwi to get stronger with them. Okay, at the same time. Hey, so also Saul GU, where would you consider taking partials? That's a tricky one, and I don't know. I'm not sure. First, I'm not a huge fan of taking partials. Okay, I prefer to take profits, full profits, and then reset up a trade. I've run a lot of backtest on statistics, and it's not a good for me, for my trading style. I realized I was taking full losses but partial profits. You know what I mean? I'm very few times I let my trades go to my full trade, go to my trade take profit. So I know it's a very common technique. Okay, taking partial winners, but with the years I've got used to take partial losses when I identify a trade is going against me, and taking full winners. Okay, so either take all the profit or I do nothing. Okay, and that's my approach. And I don't know where to take profits because I'm losing confidence in the setup. So I'll wait and see if we can break this level here. If we can break it, most of demand is consumed all the way to here. Of course there will be some support there, so that might be a good taking area, taking profit area. And but if we break strong here, okay, just imagine with me the setup. If we strongly break this support, we will create here at the breaking point a new supply area. So we might go all the way here, test demand, go back, test supply, and continue lower, and then all the way to these lows. And that would be the whole divergent setup I perceived or I identified. But I first need to see this breaking strong. If this starts breaking, but very, very slowly to this area, then that's a good area for taking profits. Okay, that's a good taking profit area. So I always say with new information, I can make wiser decisions. Okay, so I don't want to be, I don't want to be very strict with my exits, because if I just tell the market, you know what, my take profit should be there, okay, But then the price action is telling me something different. Price action is telling me I'm going to go up. Okay, there's no, well, I'm going to stop there, or I'm going to stop there. So there's no logic on just holding the trade because I want to hold it and wait into the market to get there, because it's not going to get there. So I'll watch. That's the short answer. I'll watch and see if we can break this support strongly. I expect a reaction to this area, but the trade would be something like that. Okay, a strong breakout, reaction to supply, and continuation lower. If this breaks but just start compressing, okay, if this channel continues, then I'll simply close the trade for a win. Yeah, no, I like that. Loss small, win small, or win big. Never lose big. That I completely agree with that. I have made an habit to take partial losses and not partial winners. Okay, nice quote. Okay, just let me show you my dashboard for this account. Okay, this is the dashboard. Let me see if okay, I'm showing. So this is my account. You can see I'm 60 trades in the account. I have nice performance factor. I had I have a few losses and a few winners. During this time, I had some drawdown, and I've been taking a lot of small wins. I couldn't take larger movements. I've keeping my risk controlled, and my performance factor is there. I just need 10 more trades, to be considered good trades. And this is a pound trade that's running now, so that's the 71. So that should go there. That should be, if I close down, that would be the 20th winning trade. Then I need, out of the 70, I just need 10 more. And that's it. So that's the performance. I'm happy with it and doing good. Let me I checked. Just be aware, CAD, USD CAD, there will be overnight rates, and we expect an increase in overnight rates for the USD CAD. So expect volatility there. We are approaching, okay, strong demand here. So, and a lot of volatility. So that might be we might react to demand and move sideways. But if we create momentum to the downside, I don't know. It's interesting when these fundamentals happen close to key areas to see price action, to see if we can take some advantage. All right, that's it for the netting account. Let me open up another account. And let's trade a little bit here. And here I wanna look for other opportunities. Not much. What's going on here? Sorry guys, I'm looking for a chart with a setup. Let me tell you what I like. Like this movement to the upside. Okay, we are in an expansionary up leg in an uptrend, what looks like an uptrend, and we have, you know, this nice rejection on the hourlies. So I'm gonna go ahead, start building little longs. And I'll tell you what I'm looking at. So I wanna stay long. I wanna build longs up to that point. If we start breaking that area, then I need to close or fix or do whatever. I think we have a little more movement to the upside. So I'll start building long positions. So now we have the impulse, retracement, impulse, now at the breaking area. So I want to see if I can catch the next movement up. It's going to be little scalps, so I'll be taking some money in, money out. Okay, if that level holds, okay, we can see the first reaction. Let's see if we can hold there. Okay, I'll add a little bit. No, I'm not strong enough. I need to build more to the position. Now let's see if we can break that level there. On the 5-minute chart, the setup's on the 5-minute chart. So first good exit area would be around that. More, if I can hold longer than around that area, those would be the targets. And probably, depending on how we approach that area, I might start building short positions. Okay, so I'll keep reading price action here. I do want for this setup to give me some more confidence to break this channel and to start forming, impulses. Okay, so I want this market to turn into this kind of market instead of this kind of channel which is forming right now. Okay, I don't like the channel. Okay, I don't want to be trading the channel. I want this to turn into a more directional movement. Okay, so let's see if that happens. Yeah, and I thought this would be a bit lower towards the demand, and I wanted to add to that provision, to that position, more size. Okay, I started very small, but anyways, what I want to show you is the process, at least. Okay. Lynette, how many trading accounts do you run at a time? I run some personal accounts and some investors account, and at the 5ers I have long-term accounts and short-term accounts, and I also trade the major accounts. The consolidation of the accounts is not something where it's not something we're even planning on doing. But you can take, if you have instant funding accounts, you can take same trades on 3 different, but we will not merge them into one single account. Okay, so I expect resistance here. Okay, you see we're breaking now the channel. Okay, so I like it's picking momentum, so I expect resistance there, but we should break. I don't see a lot of okay, we should brace. Now this area has become a kind of a demand area, so a pullback towards that. If I missed on adding a pullback towards that breaking area, that's an opportunity to add into, okay, to increase size into my trade. Okay, but this resistance might cause price to test the demand and then continue higher. Okay, it's something I need to be aware. It's also, if I was very large, that would be a nice place to start taking profits. Okay, that's the scalp profit area. Okay, holding the trade for longer, okay, because that's the immediate impulse. Now waiting for price with the trade open for the pullback and continuation, then I'm waiting for a swing to happen. Okay, so on the 1 minute chart right now, that's a good scalping area. Okay, take 9 pips every time on the 1 minute chart, you will make tons of money, and the swing target will be anywhere up there. Okay, now price actions tell me it's holding up. Okay, we saw price trying to move up. Okay, reacting to resistance, and rejected to the upside. That's good for my trade. Let's see if we can have some continuation. Okay, I will take one off, and then I will add more on the retracement. Okay, the tick charts, it's like an X-rays of the candlestick. Okay, so look how this down candle, 1 minute candle, how it's forming a channel to the downside. Okay, it's pressing, pushing, but in a channel. Okay, so as long as it doesn't pick momentum to the downside, it's telling me this is going to approach the key area here in a compression channel, which is good for my trade. Okay, I don't want to see price picking momentum to the downside, so I want to wait and see how price reacts to this area, and that might give me the opportunity to add, okay, to the trade. Okay, and I also keep an eye open here. What's going on here? 5 minute chart. That's my pound trade in the other account, so I just want to be watching it. Okay, we're trying to break, Okay, that it's at support. Okay, right at support. Not out of the woods. Okay, that's not a break. That's an attempt to break. I want to see a nice breakout to the downside. Okay, but it's still there. Nothing to do. In the meantime, let's go back to our trade. Okay, now you can see support here. Okay, on the ticks. I need this to create a false. Okay, if it attempts to break to the downside again, it needs to be a false breakout on the tick chart, so I can add more to my position. Okay, and this, you know, this is the time risk you incur when you hold your trades. Okay, instead of taking profits, you're taking more kind of time risk, because you need to wait for longer in order for the market to go in your direction. So we need to practice some patience, as long as price, you know, is there telling us there's an argument to continue higher. Okay. Okay, not out of the wood, and not deep enough for me to add. Okay, let's watch together. And we focus on process right now, okay? Then you take, you know, this same process, you increase sizes, and the important thing is to be focused on, you know, the points, okay, and the pips you're making. Okay, here's the break. Let's see if we can break. Now see how strong the break is. Okay, I want this break to create a new demand area here. Okay, there's a break on the hour, on the pound. Yeah, this is the inflation news in 20 minutes. So I'm not a huge fan of being active around news. So that's good to have in mind. Thanks for the heads up, John. If I'm already in profit, I might, you know, protect my trade. I'll trade, you know, I'll lock in some profits. I might trade, you know, my stop a little bit, because if you're already in the money in one trade during trading news, that might just bring a huge spike, you know, of course, against you or in your favor. But I mostly in my intraday trading try to be flat around news. I'm not a huge fan of trading around news. So thanks for the heads up. Please switch pairs. I just joined in. So this is USD JPY. We just took a long here, and we're holding a short on a long-term setup on GBP USD. So here again, once we see this break on the hourly, we need to do an X-ray to that candlestick. Okay, we need to see how is that forming. Okay, and that's what I was expecting. Okay, I like the fact we are increasing momentum. We are building momentum to the downside. Okay, this needs to create, the breaking area needs to create a fresh supply area. So when we react to this demand back here, we test it, and then we continue lower. Okay, something like that. Now here, I just want to tell you that the fact that after this breaking bar, we did not continue, okay, there was no continuation, that's a selling signal, okay, that's a divergence, that's a divergence setup on the 1 minute chart, okay, so that will now open the door for the sellers to take over, okay, and now that's on the 1 minute chart, that's a Quasimodo pattern, okay, we're breaking the previous low, and we're picking momentum to the downside. So now to confirm the pattern, we might see a test of this new supply and then continuation lower. So I might actually go ahead and build shorts. Okay, we're at demand. Okay, see how you saw how previously we were forming the tail. Okay, we're reacting to demand, but we're coming now apparently from a stronger supply. Okay, from some supply from back here. So now I don't expect this demand to hold. So I just want to see the pullback, and then I'll try to catch the next leg lower. Okay, we saw a similar pattern on the pound on the 4-hour chart. Okay, the channel we couldn't break strong enough from the channel. Okay, we kept in there. So now I wanna see a retest of the supply and continuation lower. So now pullback, I will start shorting. Okay, we might see I really need a pullback so I can, short the leg. This is most likely going to retest these lows. So I need a pullback to start shorting. And the reason I need a pullback is because if I enter shorts, my stops are going to be up here. Okay, so if I enter right now and my targets are here, my profit potential is 10, but my risk potential is 13. Okay, but if I can manage to enter here, this area, then my risk would be 8 and my profit potential would be 15 or 16. Okay, that gives me a better risk reward ratio. Now we need to wait. Patient tests. Miss Ella, why not short for my sell? For my sell signal? What do you mean by my sell signal, Miss Ella? It's not going to give it to me, is it? It's not going to pull back. It won't give me opportunity. Stephen. Yeah, so I saw the reverse. I was long. You remember? I was at first I was long from here or from here, and then I saw the reversal, but I didn't have the opportunity to join my sell signal. You know, I had the divergence, and my confirmation was the break of this first low. So after the break, I was waiting. I've been waiting since then for a pullback so I can start shorting. I haven't had that pullback. So if I had entered short around this area, my risk reward is not good enough. So I'm not getting the pullback in order to short. If I short right now, I'm selling at the worst price. Okay, I'm selling at the lowest price. So I wanna catch a highest price to sell from. Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to sell. Matthew, that's very personal. I think there's a good or right answer for that. I think I have no problem just sitting in my hands and waiting. But if you struggle with that, then maybe it's a good idea to be distracted with something or with a book or something like that. But I prefer to stay focused, and that's also why during the trading rooms it's hard to it's not the same as I do when I'm trading, because I'm commenting and I'm talking. I'm not 100% concentrated, but when I'm on my own, I prefer to stay focused and kind of in the zone. And I think for me, reading a book would take me out of this mental zone, if you will. But might work for someone else. Okay, let me tell you what. We're approaching. Okay, we're approaching the very bottom, and I guess I think we're heading there without a retracement. So if we continue all the way to this area without retracement, I'll try to buy from this area. Okay, just to see if there's a reaction. So as I said, as I get new information, I make better decisions, and I don't get married with my first analysis because I was long, then I wanted to be short. But the fact that we're not getting the retracement, and we're heading key areas, I want to be long again. Okay, so you need to understand when the bias has changed, and when is the edge to the short side or to the upside. So I hope I don't confuse you guys, but I'm just trying to tell you what I'm thinking. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, this is nice. I like this. I nice. We're picking momentum. Let me go back to my other account. Okay, I like we're picking momentum. Okay, that's what I told you. I wanted to see the breaking area, just like that. Okay, increasing momentum. All right, guys, I think we'll wrap up Yeah, so MK depends on the time frame you're looking at. So we're still in the middle of the days, okay? So this daily candle may close at the top and close as a bullish signal, okay? But might also close, all the way down and be a very bearish signal. So the daily is not telling me a lot. On the 4-hour chart, we didn't have the the break. We haven't had at least the break to the downside. So I'm still kind of bullish bias, but neutral. And on the 5-minute chart, I really want to be a buyer. After this run, I always want to to wait for pullbacks and then the next leg higher. This has been a kind of deeper than expected pullback, but if I see around this area bullish signal, might be worth taking a little long, and if not, we have demand there, and that's it. After, if we break down that, then I want to turn into a seller, okay? But this is overextended. I mean, this was overextended, rest, and now this is overextended as well. So there needs to be a movement to the upside. And again, this movement up might be all the way to the tops and to break it, or maybe just a pullback in what might be the next leg lower. Okay, but that we'll know that later on. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying. I think we'll sign off, and see you next time. Bye bye.